I've got to decide. I think that every place you can use either a credit card or that they take US dollars. But because, you know, the ship is all cashless. It's all put on your credit card. And so, yeah.
Credit card will work 95% of the time.
Okay, good. Because I'm not planning on getting money out.
You don't need to. That's why we go. It's going to be longer.
Yeah.
We go to the ATM, put our debit card in.
Yeah.
But, you know, their treasurer is well, you do the one day.
Yeah. It's like one day that we will definitely. I mean, we could go off the ship on a second day. Yeah, we're going to be in Mexico for a couple of days. Panama. Yeah, that's true. That's probably the most likely. Maybe Mexico. I've never seen that. Oh, okay. Say hi to Steve.
Oh, he should be here sometime. He was planning on it.
I'm going to, I think, in September, have my first knee replaced. And after that's all healed up.
You good here?
Yeah, I thought I was right. The doctor was training in Minnesota. So, did you have your lunch in
Side by side, we're going to loop. We have to sing the post, the side by side song. We have to sing that multiple times because there's going to be a procession around. And so we'll look and see. Once it's dying down, that's when we'll stop. So maybe 3, maybe 4 times.
said 3 or 4.
We'll just watch them and know we're doing it in fun time.
And it said it was a maze.
Sometimes during the summer, which is all I think of is side by
Good morning, everybody. There is a bustle here. There's a bustle on YouTube, I know. Good morning and welcome to the service of worship at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson. As many of you know, my name is Reverend Bethany Russell-Lowe, and I have the great pleasure and honor of serving this congregation. This community is striving to be as varied as the blooms of the Sonoran Desert, and that means that whoever you are, whoever you've been, and whoever you are on the path to becoming, I invite you to bring your whole self here and now. We are a covenantal community, which means that in this time of continuing pandemic, we are wearing masks with each other while we are here in worship and in concurrent religious education. And we also have an expectation, part of our covenant with each other is that we are vaccinated as we can be. So our hope is that if you're joining us here in person, you are vaccinated. And if you're unwilling to be vaccinated, you're welcome to join us for worship. We just ask you to join us on YouTube next week. I extend a special welcome to any visitors this morning. I invite you to fill out a guest information card if you want to stay in touch with us. If you're joining us on YouTube, our administrator, Mary Weiss, will post a link to that card right now. It's online. And if you're here in person, we hope you'll join us for social hour after the service, just out the doors behind you and to your left. There will be a little alcove there, a welcome center that has clipboards with yellow sheets of paper. We invite you to fill that out if you want to stay in touch with us. And we will have a really exciting social hour after the service. As always, there will be coffee, iced tea, lemonade, and some snacks. There was a whole bunch of cookies, too, and good company. And today, this is the start of many announcements, so buckle in. Today, during that social hour, it's going to also be a volunteer fair. So we have set up a number of tables of different committees and groups, part of the congregation, and you are encouraged to go mingle. The cookies are conveniently in front of each of the little tables. So as you get your cookies, just go and mingle and see where you might want to learn more about what's going on in our congregation, see if anything piques your interest. One of those tables, Jamili will be behind for Lifespan Faith Development, and she has a special, yes, woot, couldn't find you, but there you are. We've got a special adult faith development course coming up, Odyssey writing, particularly for elders is the word that the curriculum uses. You define that, though. If you're at any people of any age, if you're at the point of your life where you're wanting to look back and do some intentional thinking and writing about what's happened in your life, you're welcome to join that course. I know we've got some people here not from UUCT, so it's a Baja 4 activity, Steve, if you'd like to join us, or anybody else from any of the Baja 4 congregations. So if an Odyssey writing course, it's going to be happening February 24th and March 24th, 2-day sessions. If you'd be interested in that, go talk to Jamili or you can talk to me. We need like 8 people to run it. So if you want to be one of those 8, talk to one of us. Also, after you go to the volunteer fair, get your cookies, get your coffee, come on back here to the sanctuary for a listening session to get thoughts and opinions and feelings about this thing behind me, this world religions wheel behind me. Your board has tasked a task force with rethinking what that wheel looks like, because this one is many, many years old, and there's some things about it that aren't as contemporary. So they're imagining what a new wheel or a new something would look like. So if you want to give feedback, come today after worship. Bishop, Bert, and Deanna will be your listeners, your note takers for that. That'll be around 12:15 here. If you can't make today's session, you could join me on Zoom for the identical listening session at 2 o'clock. The link is on the front page of our new, here's the next announcement, website. We have a new website. Woo! And we want to give deep felt gratitude to the website team, especially Thomas Hatfield and Frank Valdez, who handled many last-minute bugs as we follow UUCT's other mission in our living tradition, which is that we are always in beta. So if you were used to finding something on the website and it's not there now, you could ask Thomas or Frank, Sam Meyer, or myself, and we'll figure out where that went. Last announcement, next Saturday is our auction. Some of you had flyers on your seats for it. So you can buy tickets today at social hour at the auction committee's table. And also, if you bought a ticket last week, would you please go see Barb or Eve at that table? We need to get you on the official list. So buy a ticket today if you haven't already, or if you bought last week, go and see Barb and Eve again so you get on the official list and we make sure that you're accounted for. Before we move further into our service, I invite you to turn to a neighbor, hopefully someone you don't know very well just yet, and tell them about your first experience of Unitarian Universalism. For those of us who grow up in this, you can interpret that as you will, your first experience of Unitarian Universalism. Yeah.
Again, and I know how to stop it. I didn't tell all of the people in the maybe.
Well, I'll just use the headset. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's not do it this week.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, let's not do it today.
Okay. Then.
Yeah. I don't. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. We. Okay. It's a simple thing, but.
I don't want to do it right now.
It's funny.
Our words for our call to worship this morning come from Reverend Linda Susan Ulrich. They are called Open Up the Doors. Open up the doors, brace shoulders against the weight of history unmoved, slough off the musty smell of unused joy and stored up sorrow, knock off the rusty hinges if you have to, and let your breath precede you inside. Open up the doors more. Make room for a shaft of sunlight to cross the threshold. Give the dust mote something to dance about. Peek through a single slice of possibility and name even the half-hidden truths you see. Open up the doors wider still. Pour yourself through the gap. Strut or sneak or sidle as suits you best. Cleanse whatever scrapes catch your skin and bind up the wounds that keep you from entering whole. Open up the doors as far as they will go. Draw on the strength of the stones behind you. Ground yourself in a firm sense of who you are. Stand as a beacon welcoming the next seeker and shine far beyond the lintel and sill. Open all that you are. Heighten and deepen your connections to the world around you. Broaden your definition of neighbor. Grow into the largest target for grace that you can muster, and pray to become a gateway for even greater love and compassion. Open up the doors, my friends, lest we keep the stranger out and condemn ourselves to prisons of our own making. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. My name is Brenda Lunt, and I am your worship associate this morning. In a second, we're going to ask everyone to join us to recite these words, but there's some parts that Reverend Bethany and I are going to speak first, okay? The word courage comes from the Latin cor, which means heart. According to poet Mark Nepo, the original use of the word courage meant to stand by one's core, a striking concept that reinforces belief found in almost all traditions that living from the center is what enables us to face whatever life has to offer.
To encourage means to hearten, to impart strength and confidence. This is our work as a religious community, to encourage one another, to be bold in engaging the world around us, as well as what scares us internally, to give one another the confidence and heart to live as fully as possible. With full hearts, read with me now. Oh. With full hearts, we affirm our relationship with one another. We recognize our agency and our collective power, and we accept our responsibility to be bold and courageous. We light this chalice, symbol of all that we are, all that we have done together, and all that we will be, as our shared ministry encourages those within and beyond our walls. And now, if you've got a chalice or a candle at home, we welcome you to light it with light it now. Our chalice here in Holland is lit.
Please rise in body or spirit and lend your voice to a communal sound. As we sing, "May nothing evil cross this door," the words will be projected on the screen. May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune never pry about these windows. May they roar and rain go by. faith made strong, the rafters will withstand the battering of the storm. This heart through all the world grow chill will keep you warm. Peace shall walk softly through these warms, touching our lips with holy wine, till every casual corner blooms into a shrine. With laughter round the raucous shout, and though these sheltering walls are thin, may they be strong to keep rain out and hold love in. Thank you. Please be seated.
Our earth is strong. It can hold our pain, our joy, our love, and our anger. Our shared bowl, which we use for joys and sorrows each week, is strong enough to hold the big rocks, our collective celebrations and mournings, and also the smaller stones that will be added to signify individual joys and sorrows. We who live in the desert know that water is a life-sustaining and scarce resource. Let us remember those desert people who came first in this place. We honor the Hohokam, the Yavapai, the Tono Otham, the Yaqui, and the people who no longer exist as tribal entities here in Arizona. Let's remember those who are walking through our desert right now without access to water. We pour water from a plastic jug, similar to the ones used by those seeking to assure greater access to water in our desert, like our ministry partner, No More Deaths. If you have a joy or sorrow to share, I invite you to go to menti.com and put in the code 68099210. If you are here in person, you are welcome to come up to the table and put a stone in the water to symbolize your joy or sorrow. The pebbles are ripples of hope. Well, they create ripples of hope. I'm good. Sending love to Aunt Sandy, Mom Deanna, you got this, and get well wishes to Brother Rick. A prayer for strength and endurance for my friends Stephanie and Sierra Vista. Feeling grateful. I'm taking much better care of myself, both physically and emotionally, than I have in years, and repairing relationships I've neglected, from Cassandra O. Walking into church, sitting down, hard to do, getting there. Yay! May we acknowledge the joys and sorrows shared and those that remain unspoken by keeping a moment of silence held in the warm embrace of this community. I'd like to share with you this prayer by Alex Klingenberg, entitled Imperfectly Divine. Spirit of life, earth and sea and sky, place of deep longing in my heart, find your way from silence to voice. Give me strength and courage to speak truth through my life, for I am a creature of the universe, small but infinite, a momentary body in the sea of life, but also the sea itself. I am a gathered bit of energy, the one who gathers, a creation and a creator. Let me not hold too tightly to one form and lose the other, for we are not form but process, ever changing and ever renewing. Help us see that we are neither the beginning nor the end, but something perfectly natural and imperfectly divine.
Would you please respond in song? Break not the circle. The words will be on the screen. Break not the circle of enabling love, let people grow forgiven and forgiving. Break not that circle, make it harder still, till it moved in praises of the living. Come wander at this love that comes to life, where words of freedom are with humor spoken, and people keep no score of wrong and ill, but will that human bonds remain unbroken. Join in the movement of a love that frees, till people of whatever race or nation will truly be themselves and on their feet. Say eye to eye with laughter and
We have been warmed by fires we did not build. We have drunk at wells we did not dig. In acknowledgement of our many blessings and many needs, an offering will be collected to support the life and work of our congregation. If you are joining us on live stream, you can send a check to the office, give online at uuctucson.org/donate. I hope that still works on the new website. Or text 833-361-5796. If you are here in person, the ushers will come around now with the offering baskets to collect your donations.
When I started down the street last Sunday, feeling mighty low and kind of mean, suddenly a voice said, "Go forth, neighbor, spread the picture on a wider screen." And the voice said, "Neighbor, there's a million reasons why you should be glad in all four seasons. Hit the road, neighbor, leave your worries and strife. Spread the religion of the rhythm of life. For the rhythm of life is a powerful beat, puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. For the rhythm of life is a powerful beat, puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. For the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. It's a go, 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 beat. Rhythm on the inside, rhythm on the street, and the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Take God's Bowl in Milwaukee, take a walkie-talkie to the Rocky Ridge. All the way to Canton and to Scranton, even tell it under the Manhattan Bridge. Little Nathan listens, they should have a growing congregation, build a going operation here below. Like a pipe, like a going beat, and keep the music going, keep the rhythm go, go, going, go, go, go. Little Nathan listens, they should have a sensation, build a going congregation, like a growing operation here below, go, go. You will make a pipe, burn, operation.